Well, after their 7-2 walloping in the hands of Bayern, this is what Spurs midfielder Moussa Sissoko had to say. We get tired too quickly when we play with a midfield diamond. Ali, it was Oktoberfest for Bayern in North London. I don't think Sissoko's saying anything any of us didn't see with our own eyes. What do you make of him actually going so public with this criticism?
So, some of these guys do not... I guess they haven't had media training. I guess they do not how to address a question. Well, or you just have no common sense.
Right.
As it pertains to, you're asked a question, you don't have to answer it. You can dance around it. Even if you feel that this is the case, what is there to gain for Moussa Sissoko to come out and say, we get too tired when we play in a diamond? What, somebody's going to feel sorry for you? Somebody's going to say, oh, Moussa, I'm so sorry that you have to run in the midfield. I'm so sorry you have to tackle people. I'm so sorry that you have to get close to people as a midfield player. Come on, man. Honestly, we're talking about Champions League, and we're talking about playing at home, playing against Bayern Munich, and this guy is bringing up, we're getting too tired. Come on.
Is this further sign, Shaka, and there have been plenty already, that the players and the manager are getting further apart?
Yes. I say that for this reason. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, the only players in the park who have any right to complain about getting tired during the course of 90 minutes are your wing-backs, given what's asked of them in modern-day football. If now you're complaining about getting tired thanks to formation, it points to something far deeper than just answering a question incorrectly, in my opinion. And given what we've seen from Spurs so far this season, this just feels like Moussa Sissoko looking for an excuse to try to explain their poor performances, looking for an excuse that somehow absolves him and the rest of the midfield of any kind of responsibility. Furthermore, kind of throws the manager under the bus. So, which is why I answered my question, your question, the way that I did. I think it's alarming to have a player answering a question in that manner.
Frank, what do you make of what's going on at Spurs from afar? I mean, the statistics are pretty stark. They've won 9 of their last 28 games in all competitions. Why?
Why? I don't know. They had an exceptional season last season. Were they at their right level? I'm not sure. Maybe they were playing at 140%. Maybe they were fortunate, let's say lucky, when you see Lucas scoring 3 goals in the semi-final against Ajax away from home, when everybody thinks it's dead. We want something from the Spurs. Maybe they're not able to recreate because they were. It was too much for them. And they just came back as human beings this season. They show their weaknesses right now. Where the weaknesses were hidden by a real fortune last season. And now you see the conflicts coming up, with that comment from Moussa Sissoko saying to the coach, we don't want us to play like that because I think we don't like the way you make us play. And problems becomes reality when in fact you can't answer the questions on the field. And last year they were able to do so because they were playing at the maximum, because they had a spirit together, and because they were lucky. They're not anymore in those three statements.
Interesting. Your thoughts on overachievement, because guys, when you look at their starting 11, it is still a fabulous team on paper, is it not? Can an argument be made that they have just been a victim of a great Bayern side on Tuesday night, but also suffering a slow start? They've done that before.
You would say it's just a slow start if you don't go back to the end of last season and how much of a struggle it was, other than Champions League. And maybe making the deep run in Champions League masked a lot of the issues that were going on.
Do you think they did overachieve? Did they overachieve?
Of course they overachieve. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean,
even the biggest Spurs fan would be like, "What? We made a Champions League final? What?" Look, they overachieved. They got fortunate, but they took advantage of that good fortune, and give them credit for that. But clearly, there's been issues with this team since even deep issues back then that they haven't resolved. They did not answer through the summer, and they haven't answered yet early on in the season. For me, it's not only the players, it's not only Pochettino, it's just the whole feeling of Spurs right now seems to be poisoned.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.